Hey guys, welcome back to the Outer Worlds. Okay, so did we actually finish every mission on this planet? Yeah, looks like we did. Acquire science weapon on Groundbreaker. Uh-huh. Okay, then let's contact Phineas.
Now arriving at Phineas's top secret orbital lab.
Sorry guys. I have some allergies right now, that's why I'm coughing so much.
Optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board.
Wait, why is it so... Okay, put them in... Out of misery. Here's your canister of chemicals, by the way.
Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish? You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. Something about this feels wrong. I don't know why the board would ever conduct such an experiment, unless they're working on some kind of hibernation technology. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress. I know! I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink of destruction for decades. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. If we don't put a stop to them, thousands of colonists are going to die. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself?
Yep, that's what I'm saying.
Was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space. Just short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists. The brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
And that's going to work, without killing us in the process. I thought intra-system microjumps were prohibited for a reason.
Yes, there's always a risk of a catastrophic collision between the Hope and, say, Terra 2, in theory. But you'll be fine, provided your calculations are correct.
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy, even to me.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, this plan is crazy. Isn't it wonderful? You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope's skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers, scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it. You absolutely should. Sarcasm, the last refuge of the witless. The adjutant must have sent you some kind of tracking code. If you don't use the code, she'll suspect you betrayed her. I think you should use the code and send a corrupted tracking signal. That should buy me some time. The board's going to catch up to me sooner or later. This way I'll have time to set up some particularly nasty defenses. Use my communications terminal to corrupt the tracking signal. While the board busies themselves trying to decipher it, I'll have plenty of time to prepare my defenses. Certainly. How can I help? It wouldn't surprise me. When I pulled you out of the Hope, the board nearly intercepted me. I expect they stepped up security since my little act of larceny. Skip drives were never designed to be used within a system, but I skipped my ship across Halcyon when I rescued you, and that turned out fine, mostly. That is, I ruined my ship and nearly killed myself in the process, but the maneuver was well within acceptable margins of risk. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Unlikely. The Hope is as massive as the Groundbreaker, but compared to the rings of Terra 2, positively minuscule. The board might notice, possibly, depending on the position of their heads relative to the depth of their collective posteriors.
Okay, so we have a plan to save our people. Oh, yeah.
Reviving you from hibernation was my greatest accomplishment. Your odds of survival were a mere 28%. That should do it. You've bought me more than enough time.
Okay, let's go. This whole mission sounds a little bit like the end game, so I maybe should do some other missions first. Okay, let's see.
Captain, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
Okay.
I'm impressed, Captain. I almost expected you wouldn't go through with it. Unfortunately, Dr. Wells found a way to corrupt the signal before we could pinpoint his location. Still, it's only a matter of time before we find him. Come visit me in Byzantium. We need to have a talk about the future of this colony. Transmissions are so impersonal. I'd like to meet you face to face.
Adjutant Akande has ended her call. Rather rudely, if I might say, considering she didn't sign off. Will there be anything else, Captain?
We could do one of the DLC's missions. Yeah, let's do Peril of Gorgon.
Sending a corrupted tracking signal to the board was quite clever, if I might say, Captain.
Thanks, Ada. Thank you very much. Hello.
Welcome to Ambrose Manor. We were not expecting company. Please follow. Do not stray from the path.
Well, we're not known for going where we're told, but we'll see what we can do. I've never seen a more effective argument against blindly following a preordained plan.
I really wish we have some kind of, you know, tech lights so we can see in the dark. Yes.
This unit expresses.
Looks interesting.
People will go to extraordinary lengths to define themselves, won't they? This is just a facade to hide behind.
At the very least, there ought to be something worth stealing in there. Okay, maybe not.
This place has the distinct feeling of a crypt.
Looks like we have to go up. Oh, hello. Why is it so dark in here? I think this place has been abandoned for quite a long time. That's so weird. Literally no one is here. Beside robots. Oh, there's someone. Wait, let us go here first. And also no one really cares that we're stealing stuff. That's interesting.
So who the devil are you? You don't say. Well, make yourself at home, Captain. I'm sure we have much to discuss. Do you see that glowing chunk of space rock? That's Gorgon. My birthright, my burden, and the bane of my existence. I hate to drink alone, and this is my third. So join me in raising a glass. To Gorgon. May cosmic winds shepherd her to the nearest star. I'm Wilhelmina Ambrose, but you can keep it short and call me Minnie. Now, what brings you to my house, gorgeous? I take a severed arm. How positively ghoulish. You know this is a private residence, not a curio shop. Lucky Montoya is my personal freelancer. Fascinating man, very brooding and theatrical. Always staring into space and twirling a bullet over his knuckles. He's definitely not doing that anymore.
The more lost we feel, the more we put on a show for others.
But if something happened to him... Oh dear. I suppose that makes him my former freelancer now? Thank you. But the people in my orbit come and go all the time. Occupational hazard. What a time for his luck to run out. We were in the middle of something grand, and I really can't afford another setback. That's called a defense mechanism. I don't get attached to others if I can avoid it. Try it sometime. How would you like to be my new freelancer? There's been a recent vacancy, and I think you're well suited to the job. Remember, play hard to get. That's negotiation.
I don't believe
Yes,
you thought
thanks,
this
Eddie.
through. Or much else for that matter.
I'm looking for someone rough around the edges. A gorgeous, dashing scoundrel type. The man lost an arm. What are the odds of that happening twice? Of course, Gorgon is a treacherous place, and my own family's involvement with it has been fraught. Allow me to lay out the facts, and you can decide for yourself if you want to be my chief investigator. My mother, Dr. Olivia Ambrose, worked for Spacer's Choice at the Gorgon Research Facility. She was brilliant, the top scientist in her field, until tragedy struck. I wish I could say otherwise. One day, Spacer's Choice shut down all research and evacuated Gorgon. Everyone had to scramble or risk getting left behind. It was chaos. Employees fled for their lives. Mother never made it home. I'm told she wasn't the only casualty that fateful day. Mother's name has since been dragged through the mud. Spacer's Choice blames her for the collapse of Project Gorgon, and I just know they're lying. My thoughts exactly. Mother would not have allowed Project Gorgon to fail. Something happened on that asteroid. I admired Mother, but we weren't close. She disapproved of everything about me, really. I couldn't measure up to her example. She didn't make time for us. I remember thinking that she never wanted a child, and never forgave me for being one. Trust me, we are nothing alike. A kindred spirit. Well, well, charmed. Today is full of surprises. Mother worked herself to the bone. She wanted to make the colony a better place, no matter who or what got sacrificed along the way. She never spared a thought for those of us who cherished her, who suffered for her idea of progress. We weren't terribly close to begin with, I'm afraid. But that accursed asteroid certainly didn't improve our relations. Mother and Gorgon were made for each other. I had the misfortune to be stuck in the middle. I don't know. And Spacer's Choice won't say. They don't discuss anything that tarnishes their brand. Gorgon has a dark history. The project fell apart. Personnel were shuffled across the system. With Mother gone, now I'm all that's left. No doubt someone is out there who could talk. Someone involved in Mother's research. Someone paid for their discretion. Then again, why pay for silence when you can buy it for the low, low cost of a bullet? That's the Spacer's Choice way. The asteroid may look like a glittering jewel, but I assure you the resemblance ends there. Gorgon is poisonous to the core. One might even say cursed. I need your help, Captain. Project Gorgon killed Mother and disgraced the Ambrose name, and no one has been held accountable. Spacer's Choice buried the past like a dirty secret. Neither. It's vindication I want. Whatever happened on Gorgon wasn't Mother's fault. I simply need the evidence to prove it. We're going to drag the truth, kicking and screaming, into the light. Even if it means bringing ruin and humiliation to Spacer's Choice. All the evidence I need should be in Mother's journal. You can find it in her office on Gorgon, in the heart of the old research facility. I admire your enthusiasm. This manor has echoed with my own we, and I can feel you breathing new life into the walls. When you reach Gorgon, pack a weapon you trust. The corporate lockdown hasn't stopped the wilderness from squirming in through the cracks. I've never understood why, but Gorgon is teeming with marauders. They almost seem drawn to sorrow and misfortune. Then there's the test subjects, those who survived anyway. Ravenous creatures left behind like so much self. I told him everything I've told you. Just the facts. Maybe a couple of harmless embellishments. Why? Still, you're smart to ask. Lucky spent most of our time together spinning a pistol around his index finger. Not sure he listened to any of my advice.
That sounds like Lucky, all right. The man loved to show off.
He had an aura of rugged individualism that was quite charming. Not that it helped him in the end. But you won't let me down, will you, Captain? That's the spirit. There's a little saloon near Gorgon's landing pad, the Sprat Shack. Lucky was renting a room, so if you want to follow his trail, that would be the place to start.
I think I've heard of that place. Cheap whiskey, rough crowd. You'll love it.
Just so we understand each other, money is no object. I'm willing to squander the family fortune if you get me what I want. Between your payment and any salvage you happen across, you'll walk away from this rich enough to buy a mansion of your own. How does that? The cash? No one's ever done this before, and the only person who tried is a corpse. Believe me, that's enough. Here's your nav key, Captain. Safe travels. A word of advice before you go, Captain. Trust no one. Mother's office is in the heart of the Gorgon facility. You're free to salvage anything that isn't nailed down. I only want what's mine.
It's not theft if she's giving us permission.
Don't worry about us. We're well versed in helping ourselves to anything that's not nailed down.
Can we talk?
Sure, Ellie, let's talk. But when we're outside of this room. Come on.
So we're really gonna do this? I've seen lots of crazy, Captain, but Phineas is in a class of his own. Do you really think he knows what he's doing? Sending us to skip the Hope into Terra-2's orbit right under the board's nose? Something tells me you're the first person to ever utter those words, Captain. I think this whole plan's insane, but it'll make a good story, you know, if we survive.
We
Speaking
will
of,
survive.
I get that Phineas thinks he's saving the colony, but what about you? Why risk your neck on this crazy scheme? I'll do anything for a good story, and nothing shines on a pirate's resume like a successful suicide mission. But I asked you first. Coming from anyone else, that would sound like a line from one of those Odeon Pictures movies, but I think you really mean it.
I do
Still,
really
all
mean
this
it.
depends on the other Hope colonists. Are they gonna pull us out of the shit? Or are we all just gonna leave a bigger, uglier stain on this corner of the galaxy? I'd settle for a bottle of whiskey and some lubrinicine, but I've never been much of a self-starter. Well, whenever you're ready to do this, I'm with you. The part with the Hope, I mean, not the other thing. Anything else?
Okay, let's go to this Gorgon mission. This sure is a nice place. I mean, maybe not to live, but
As it was.
for if you want to have some time for your own, I guess this is a good place to live on.
Now in orbit above Gorgon.
Ah, this rock looks interesting from far.
Is that an Apex Mark V queso atmospheric dome? I've never seen one in person. Magnificent.
So my guess is they Space's Choice did some kind of experiment and everything gone wrong. They abandoned the place and used her mother as a scapegoat.
Supplies if you need them. No one lasts long on Gorgon unprepared.
Nice.
What do you think you're doing? Just don't give me any trouble, all right? Is that what my thoughts sound like? Look, I've been standing near that alarm too long. You looking for supplies, stranger? Let's stock up here. If you run low on bullets out in Gorgon's far reaches, there ain't no one around here liable to help you out. Let me know if you're looking for something particular. Found a pickaxe in the mine like none I've ever seen before. Could be awful useful if you're the violent type.
Okay, Okay. I think Wally was here. Look like something's generating this dome. As always, if you want to read it, you can just stop the video. this must be this room. They...
Hey,
I didn't
saw
see
that.
anything.
What do you think you're doing? Yeah, all right. You want to chat? Fine.
Smell that? Cheap whiskey and stale cigarettes. My kind of place.
A true den of iniquity. How refreshing.
Not sure about that, but maybe you're right.
Sorry? Welcome to the Scratch Shack. First one's on the house, and I won't even water it down. What'll it be? Bottoms up. I assume you're here for salvage. Even if I did, I ain't supposed to play favorites. Most of my regulars are sublight scavengers. They pick over the ruins of Gorgon, spend their earnings at the bar, and head back out the next day. Vicious cycle, but that's life. Lucky. Sure, I knew him. He could get a little dramatic at times, but he was a good guy. Heard he took on a dangerous job. Spent a lot of time coming and going from the office of creative incubation, just down the road. The way he talked about the job, you just knew Lucky had hit pay dirt. Not that I was jealous. Around here, that sort of luck can be hazardous to your health. Awful shame about what happened to him. 3rd floor. Once I figured he wasn't coming back to pay his tab, I left his room unlocked to air it out. You can help yourself to anything you left behind. Fair warning, I've been letting the regulars use it for a quick lie down. Just wash your hands when you're done. Trust me.
Okay.
Spacer's Choice used to brew pharmaceuticals in these parts. That's why the asteroid smells like an old gym sock. They say Adrenatime came from here, just down the road at the old R&D lab. I doubt anyone knows the full story. One day the evacuation order went out. Grunts and lab coats scrambled to get anywhere but Gorgon. And the weirdest thing of all, Adrenatime still hit the market. Me, I never touched the stuff. Each their own, but I think it's dangerous. Damn right we are. We've got drugs, scrap metal, prototype weapons, drugs, money, and more drugs.
Okay.
When Spacer's Choice evacuated, everyone dropped their gear and ran. Most of it stayed where it fell, and all of it is up for grabs. Of course, the real treasure is whatever's locked up in the old facility. Until someone figures a way to crack it open, we're just sifting through dirt. Roscoe might tell you more. He spent some time around here before the bar opened up. I trust him well enough. There's always Leonora, my favorite customer over in the storage room on the 2nd floor. Keeps to herself and always closes out her tab. He's been here since opening day. I think he told me he was some kind of journalist. He got left behind when Spacer's Choice pulled out. I guess no one's coming to get him. He didn't tell me and I didn't ask. I'm his bartender, not his human resources rep. If you believe the chatter, a lot of good folks got left behind, and a lot of bad folks made it out. Nice lady. Been coming around a lot these past few months. She isn't with Sublight, but seems to know the lay of the land better than anyone. She spends most of her days drinking alone. I think she's looking to hire someone. If you're open... Now that you mention it, I thought I saw those two sharing stories over a pint. Didn't think twice about it. I don't speak ill of the dead, but Leonora deserves better company. That Lucky was no good for her. What are friends for, eh? You got it, bub. Yes and no. The Sprat Shack used to be a shipping and receiving warehouse during the old Project Gorgon days. When Spacer's Choice pulled their guys off-world, Sublight moved in to salvage what we could, and they put me in charge. Yes and no.
Is
Rumor
there
has
even
it
a
there's
straight
Sprat
answer
wandering
from
around
you?
the Groundbreaker, and he's the legal owner of the Sprat Shack. Hagen's idea. See, Hagen didn't want a paper trail that led back to her, so she gave the bar to the Sprat. If there were any legal problems with this place, the Sprat would do the time.
You know, they do something similar in Byzantium. Fancier system, but same idea.
Most businesses in Halcyon are run by sprats, but this is the first I've heard of it being openly acknowledged.
Anyway, that's what the paperwork says. I don't make the rules. As far as business arrangements go, this one's a head-scratcher, but they say it's all above board, so that's what matters. Yes and no. We're doing a lot more than squatting. We're classing up the joint, keeping the riffraff outside where it belongs. They didn't even serve drinks until I arrived. Talk about wasted potential. Yes and no. Again, that was Megan's idea. She told me that speaking in vague terms keeps you out of trouble. And I don't want any trouble in my place. Thirsty people come and go from all over the colony, mostly on the way to somewhere better. Some are well-connected, and not everyone pays with bits. That's how we get the unconventional goods anyhow. Sublight keeps us well-stocked with the essentials, by which I mean booze. Be seeing you.
Close the door. Steal everything. Okay. Let's get up into the third floor. Okay, I know it's too many people in here to steal stuff. Also too many people. Okay, let's just go to the third floor. And we should close the door. What? I don't have enough to... Requires code, okay. Okay.
As a medical professional, I gotta say, that is very well preserved and disgusting.
If I'm not mistaken, I can't believe...
Noise range. Ranged mod. Barrel increase critical damage dealt modification. Yes. Let's install this. So Mag 2 Zap. Magnum. Range weapon mod. Increase the amount. Okay. I barely use close-ranged weapons, but I think it may be useful to have one.
That eye might be the key Lucky mentioned. Strangeness have we involved ourselves in here?
Someone's in here. Hold on. It's coming back up again.
This is disgusting. How the heck do we get it
So how you feel?
to this place? 30 meters. Is it? Can't be. Is it in another building?
Real good.
Okay, let's go outside first.
You're a humbug, Trixie.
Hopefully, following in Lucky's footsteps doesn't result in us sharing his fate.
I'm just hoping we don't need Lucky's arm to open something else. Whatever happened here, we're not gonna be next. Be ready.
I am ready. Ellie, I am. Okay. Gonna pick up everything. Like the lady said, we can pick up everything that is not some way locked.
This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return later. Error. Tilt alarm engaged. Entering emergency reconciliation mode. Please do not kick this unit. It has not been programmed to wish you harm. This unit is currently in wait cycle. Please return. Have a better than natural day.
Okay. What is this? Ooh. How do we get in there? Must be a way somehow to get in. We just didn't find it yet. Huh, maybe from the outside? Are you dead now? Oh, he didn't have anything. Oh, what is this? Let's see what's up there. Okay, looks like a workshop.
before we get all introspective.
Yeah, I just don't like spreads. Oh wow. Okay, the lights, the red light is a little bit too much. It's too intensive. I mean, the intensity of the lights are a little bit too much. What's going on, guys? Are bad guys outside? Okay, let's sell some stuff. Holy shit, those are good stuff. I'm gonna check if I can use them myself. $77. Okay, breakdown.
Never seen a corporation spend this much on a place only to let it rust. Except for Monarch, and Scylla, and Emerald Vale. Okay, I take it back.
Racer's choice wouldn't abandon such an expansive and expensive operation without good reason. Or in their case, a really bad one.
The good reason or the bad reason is probably they fucked up and now they abandoned the place to use Minnie's mom as scapegoat. That's it. That's my major yeah. That's what I think happened. so many good stuff here. Okay, we still don't have the key card for it. Ah, okay, we probably have to go all the way back. And so what's here? Oh look! A back door.
Tells me whoever worked here was way too organized.
That gives me too much goosebumps. I mean, electrical circuits, I still have a bad dream from this, from the computer microsystems lecture. Okay, it's still sealed. I feel like we're having too much stuff on us. No, we don't. That's to all spreads. Just saying. Okay, well, I guess we have to go back. Oh, look! I didn't even notice the ladder previously. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're here again. Yeah, let's go upstairs. I doubt there's something really useful up here, but, well.
This is my second month on Adrenatine. It's like the color came back. Like I was tuned to the wrong band all this time, and now the static's gone. I'm finally clear-headed, focused. There's so much I'm excited to do. I feel like me again. Side effects? I guess I've noticed people staring at me a lot more lately. Hard to talk to them sometimes. Feels like they don't get it. Maybe they just don't trust it. Or maybe they don't trust me.
Oh god, the lights are a little bit too much. Oh god, I have to close my eyes. I think I'm a little bit lost because I have no clue where to go. Okay. Security logs. I guess we still can't. Oh yes, we can. We can. Oh my god. So many stuff in here. I think we're a little bit stuffed right now. Oh gosh, where are we? I think we came from this side, right? Oh shit, okay. This stuff is toxic. Okay, let's sell those. Hmm. 62. Mine is still better. Stuff is also much better than mine. So Vika Max. Okay, let's sell those. Holy shit, that has 1.1k firepower. Okay. Where did he go?
I've had quite enough of you. That's the last of them.
Okay, this planet's full of toxic stuff. So I feel like if Space Destroyers didn't left the planet, they would probably destroy the planet anyway.
As a doctor, I'd say you've got a 6% chance of surviving the fall.
I think this was the elevator we were seeing previously, where this area where we couldn't get in because of those energy walls. No, wait, it isn't. This area looks very, very unhealthy. Oh god. Is this a family of Primo miasma or miasma or whatever they're called? Okay. Oh god, guys. After me! Is he dead now? Oh no, it isn't. Oh yes it is. Now it's dead. This must be the waste disposal of the planet. Wally, are you home? Eva is here. Oh my god.
Tell me about the production of Adrenatime, Dr. Ambrose. I hear Compound X is a unique challenge to work with. It's temperamental. It must be refined under tightly controlled circumstances.
Oh shit! Ah! I didn't even notice this guy. Oh my god.
It must be refined under tightly controlled circumstances at tremendously low temperatures. Do you compound it with anything else? Tell me more about your refining process. Our audience is conversant in the sciences, very detail-oriented, so don't be afraid to get technical. Last time I met you, you spoke like a groundbreaker builder sprat. Why the sudden airs and such specific questions? Does your minder know what you're up to? Does he suspect you're a spy? Pardon me.
Okay, so I think we are at the right place, but we don't have the access yet. Okay, we probably should fast travel. And also we are over the time, so I'm gonna save the game and we will see in the next episode what we can find out what happened to Dr. Ambrose. Okay, see you next time.